Master-at-Arms First Class Petty Officer Jaqualin Johnson's training as a military police officer has prepared her for just about every imaginable situation.
I do go through training to try to help individuals. I'm a police officer for the Navy, so when I saw her, I had to do something, I had to act.
Petty Officer Johnson was driving home from work on the Coronado Bridge last October when traffic began to slow.
I look over and I see a woman standing on the ledge of the bridge, and she was all by herself, so I pulled my car in front of hers and I got out and I approached her and I started talking to her, and I was telling her, why don't we go out for coffee, let's hang out sometime, and she didn't really acknowledge me.
Without hesitation, Petty Officer Johnson instantly made a calculated plan.
She turned around and she was looking at the water, and I was just trying to get her to come down, and she didn't want to, so all of a sudden she squatted forward and it looked like she was getting ready to jump, so I threw my arms around her. We landed and I kind of jolted back and she sprang up, and I thought she was going to try to attempt again, so I popped back up and I held on for dear life, just hoping that she wouldn't push me up and over. I didn't want her to go down, so I went for it. A gentleman in the van finally came out, and I was holding on to her as an anchor, and she started crying and we were talking.
Several motorists took over care of the woman until police officers arrived. Meanwhile, Petty Officer Johnson directed traffic on the bridge. The enormity of what had just happened finally sunk in.
This is the first time I've seen somebody on the ledge that close to actually going over. I couldn't just let it happen, so.
Her family isn't surprised she risked her life to save someone.
She puts her life on the line every day. You know, she's out there watching the base, protecting all the sailors on the base, protecting all the civilians on the base.
She just keeps a really cool head when she's doing what she has to do.
Petty Officer Johnson made a daring split-second decision that saved the life of someone in despair.
I feel very good because I know that I made a difference, and I hope that that person got the help that they needed, and I was able to be there.
I'm glad everything worked out okay for my sister, and especially for the lady that she pulled off the bridge.
That's just the type of person my daughter is. She is a real hero, and she's one of the unseen heroes.
I feel that I was in the right place at the right time, and somebody's got to be there for somebody, you know, and that's why I pulled her off the ledge.